Hey y'all, so I have a new series that I want to start called Mic Dynamics, and this is kind of an extension from the TV show characters that we see to radio personality or podcast personalities. And what I want to speak about is the specific roles within the show that the individuals play. This will not be about their personal lives or anything that goes on behind the scenes. It will be specifically to what we see, the roles, the conflict, and the chemistry within the characters that they show us. Okay, so today I want to talk about The Breakfast Club. Um, and I want to talk about The Breakfast Club, how it is today, not how it used to be, because I have been watching for a very long time. And particularly Charlamagne Tha God has changed over time. So I'm not going back to his past. I'm going to what the dynamics of the or the radio show is today. So The Breakfast Club consists of Charlamagne Tha God, DJ Envy, Lauren LaRosa, and Jess Hilarious. So let's start with Charlamagne Tha God. He is the provocateur, okay? In in the Breakfast Club, he is the one who kind of interrupts moments of peace and happiness and makes it very uncomfortable, which that is his tool. He uses that. He loves the discomfort of others. He doesn't necessarily chase answers. He wants reactions, like authentic reactions to whatever the information is that the people hear. Charlemagne he typically controls the emotional temperature in the room, and when they turn serious. But I think that Charlemagne is part of the reason that it's such a cultural show. Okay. So DJ Envy, he is the stabilizer. He pushes back with questions, not necessarily statements. He uses personal stories, families, his own mistakes, his growth. And when tension peaks, he can laugh it off. Now, if you get him mad enough, then you will see another version of DJ Envy. But for the most part, he's the one that's pretty regulated, and he likes for people to feel comfortable. Lauren LaRosa is the narrator. She frames the narrative, and she's the information gatekeeper. So the way she presents the stories is how everyone in the room responds to them. And sometimes watching Lauren, it doesn't seem like she understands. Her framing is everything, and she is also responsible for how it comes across, the way she presents it. Now, there is, her and Charlemagne, he typically picks on her a lot. So a lot of the times he messes with her. So it's kind of hard to, look at that objectively, because, it's not actually him coming from an authentic place in his reaction. He's just testing her, which that's what he does. He's a tester. Okay, so Jess Hilarious, her role is more so the emotional reactor or the wild card. She reacts before processing, so her revelations are through immediacy. She speaks in absolutes. She uses humor. Of course, she's a comedian. She's not filtering for cohesion, she's filtering for honesty. So Jess represents the raw instinct of the audience, the emotional reaction, why before you think. So the system is pretty much Charlemagne destabilizes, Jess spikes with emotion, Envy absorbs the impact, and Lauren organizes the meaning. No two people are doing the same job, and I think that's what makes the show so good and well-rounded. It's all the power is distributed amongst the four of them. Okay, so back to Charlemagne constantly teasing Lauren. He uses sarcasm, jokes, he puts pressure on her. Um, and mainly because Charlemagne likes to test new people. He likes to, Lauren has somewhat of structural power. I mean, she has her own segment where she leads with the information, and he wants to see how people can react under the pressure. Lauren doesn't really overreact. She doesn't compete for the dominance. She recently started to make more jokes back, you know, um, which tells him that she is studied. So of course he keeps teasing. Now, and I know I said because Lauren is new, that also kind of puts a target on her for Charlemagne. And the reason he doesn't tease Jess as much is because he's already experienced her point. She reacts immediately, loudly, and emotionally. So there's nothing really to test. He doesn't need to test her or push her because he knows exactly where that train is going. Another thing I want to touch briefly on is the situation between Jess and Lauren when Jess went on maternity leave and she suggested Lauren LaRosa come in and fill in for her. And when Jess got back, Lauren did not leave. So, and I think this situation, now, of course, we do not know what happened behind the scenes. But if we're taking what happened on camera for face value, then we can see that, in my opinion, the reason that this did not blow up is because of who Lauren LaRosa is. So Jess, and rightfully so, I think if I went on maternity leave, I suggested someone come in and fill in for me. And then when I get back, they're still here and they speak within my segments, I would feel insecure about that. I wouldn't go on live and I wouldn't take it to the job and argue right there in front of everyone, but I definitely would have some issues with that, and I would try to get some clarity. And it kind of sounded like she did try to get clarity, but it wasn't very clear. And I don't know how much she pushed for it. We don't know kind of what happened, but just did what a lot of people do, unfortunately, and they let their emotions get in control, take a front seat, and then they kind of shoot themselves in the foot. It's like, you know, the way she handled it, that could have just went a very different way. But like I said, because of who Lauren LaRosa is, she stayed calm, she stayed professional, and she stayed willing and ready to do whatever it took to get it right. And I really appreciate personalities like that. And also you have Charlamagne and DJ Envy who wanted this to work as well. So they all made it work. And one thing during the confrontation on the radio that we notice is we see Charlemagne. He's not, he doesn't present as being as upset as especially DJ Envy. And we get to see how Charlemagne is able to kind of adapt to the situation, right? He isn't egging it on anymore. He's kind of calming everyone down, say, okay, calm down, calm down. He's able to be in that situation where there are, tension is high and things are kind of getting a little chaotic. He's very good at finding his center and getting everyone else to reduce. He's really good at maneuvering those type of things. So with all that being said, I think it's very clear when you break down the roles and dynamics of each person, and it makes sense, when you see Charlemagne teasing people and you think, oh, that's just Charlemagne, but it's a role that he plays on the show and it works. So he tests people verbally, Jess tests emotionally, Lauren tests structurally, and Envy kind of absorbs the fallout. Everyone likes Envy. He's kind of the kind, um just happy friend. I don't know. And he's able to kind of just take the punches and roll with them. Like I said, he can take it there. I have seen him get upset, and it's kind of funny looking at it, but I do see that he is actually upset, and he'll take it there with you. And so whenever tension does start to rise just a little bit on the show, it's because all of these things overlap the pressure of them, right? So sometimes when Charlamagne is teasing Lauren, it can feel like, him being disrespectful and just being mean. Or if someone is being corrected, it can feel like they're being dismissed. And then the emotional aspect of just like that situation, it can seem like chaos. But as long as each of them play their role, it's pretty cohesive and entertaining. I enjoy it a lot. Well, that is all I have today on Mic Dynamics. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for listening.